Welcome to day 3 of the stay-at-home reading rush. If you have not seen the previous 2 days, I will be sure to link that video down below. But I am still reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and this is a story about a cafe where you are able to time travel to the past. But the catch is you have to return back to the present before your cup of coffee gets cold. And I have one more story left in this book. I read the third story today, and I was also listening to my audiobook of The Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden, and I am almost 50% through that one, and I will try to finish this. And then I will move on to my next read. While I was trying to take videos of Before the Coffee Gets Cold, I got some lipstick on it. What can you do? I just finished Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and it ended so bittersweetly, and I just really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. It's a very slow-moving novel that relies a lot on dialogue rather than actual description, so you don't get to learn too much about the cafe and like the meaning behind it and how it became a time traveling cafe, which I enjoy. I like not knowing too much. I like just being thrown into the action, and we got to see 4 very different stories that somewhat interconnect, and it just teaches you that you might not be able to change your past or your future, but you can learn from it and change yourself based off of what you've experienced. It was just really bittersweet and just really heartwarming, and it was like drinking a cup of coffee. It brings you comfort and it brings you warmth, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm very glad that I finally picked this up, because this has been on my radar for months and months, and I'm glad that I was able to get myself a copy and read it for the reading rush. It's a really quick read and I had a lot of fun with it. But I do have to say it's slow moving, but I enjoy slow moving books, but other people don't, so keep that in mind in case you want to pick this up. So now I'm going to take a break from reading for like an hour to eat lunch, and then I'm going to go on to my next read. Now I am going to begin Sheets. This is my reread of one of my favorite graphic novels ever. It is about an adorable little ghost covered in a sheet that haunts a laundromat, and I want to reread this because I really missed the story and I love the art of it, and I also just wanted to read something that'll bring me comfort and put a smile onto my face. So that is one of the challenges for the reading rush, even though I never really follow the challenges, but I just really wanted an excuse to reread this because it is a quick read and I just wanted something that'll make me happy. Sarah came over and got me Korean food! We just stared at each other through the window while she dropped it off. But it's so nice of her to do that. Oh. So I finished 2 of my Reading Rush TBR books. I finally finished Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It was amazing, really took me by surprise. I didn't know how much I would enjoy it, and I'm so glad that I was finally able to read it. And then I reread Sheets. It only took me an hour to read. It took me a longer time to read it when I first initially read it, but I sped through this reread. I just really enjoy looking at the art style, and I love the story overall. I feel like I loved it more this time around rereading it, so I'm so glad that I picked it up. It brought me so much happiness. Even though the story is pretty melancholy, it's still a story that brings me a lot of joy. Even if the subject matter is a little bit darker and gloomy, it still makes me so happy to read. So now I'm going to start For Small Creatures Such as We. But before I start this, I'm going to do a couple of things on the computer, and I have to do my notes for my class because I can't put that off, and that is much more important than reading. And I have all day tomorrow to read this as well. Let's see how many pages there are for this book. There are 260 pages overall of the story, so if I could start some today, hopefully I could finish it tomorrow, but if I don't, that's totally fine. I already read 3 books. I already read 3 books for the reading rush, so that's like a win for me overall. Reading 3 books in a row is a pretty big accomplishment for me. So now I'm going to do my notes, and then I will start this. Hello everyone, and welcome to the last day of the reading rush. Today I started off my day really late. It's 3 p.m. already and I have read nothing. I mean, that's a lie. I've read some more of Winter of the Witch by Catherine Arden. I am 50% through that. No way I'm going to finish it today, but I do want to update you on that. It's really good so far. My ship is just sailing. It is just wonderful. It's such a good series. I highly recommend it. So now I'm going to FaceTime my friend Camille, and we are going to read together and probably chat, and I'm going to be reading For Small Creatures Such as We. I am already 50 pages into that book. I started reading it yesterday and I fell absolutely in love with it. It is such a beautiful nonfiction talking about the little parts of life that people should embrace, and she talks about how they have such great meaning behind it. And the way that she talks about science and faith and just like little things in life that we've taken for granted has just opened my eyes, and I'm already in love with it. I read those 50 pages within like 30 minutes, which is a really big deal for me because it takes me a long time to sit down and read a bunch of pages from a book. I usually get distracted, but this one I was completely sucked in and I had such a fun time reading it. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to finish it, but I am going to read it today. After FaceTiming one of my best friends, Camille, for 3 hours, which I did not even realize that much time passed, I got to page 113 in For Small Creatures Such as We, and I know I'm not going to finish it today, and like I said, that's totally fine. So to recap, I read The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. I read Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi, and then I reread one of my favorite graphic novels ever, Sheets by Brenna Thummler, and I got 113 pages into For Small Creatures Such as We by Sasha Sagan. So I'll be sure to include the total number of pages I read in the past 4 days. So all in all, the reading rush was a success for me. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun hosting the live Twitter sprints over on the Reading Rush's Twitter, and I had a lot of fun reading all the different books that I picked up. I really enjoyed every single one of them. So I think this is going to be where I leave off for this reading vlog, but if you want to see more vlogs from me, let me know what you would like to see in them, or if you want to see specific types of videos, please comment your ideas down below. I'm always brewing ideas in my mind, and it doesn't specifically have to just be about books. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already and you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe to join our little community, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!